Hello everybody, this is Tazilon here in Abbey, Standard Mode South Spawn on my VK2801 for Volume 22 of a Lighthouse original tutorial series, What Would You Do? This is the series where at various times throughout the battle we pause the fight and I ask you, if you were driving my tank, what would you do? And then after a brief pause to let you think, I tell you what I did and why I chose to do that. In this battle, there's one artillery apiece and two scouts apiece, and a good mix of tanks throughout both orders of battle. A little bit of everything. Teams pretty evenly matched here in terms of types of tanks. Now, if I was on the north side, I like to come down in here and come in on the outside of the Abbey, because I can spot down here and shoot into the Abbey if I have to. From the south side, I don't like to do that, because if you go up into the Abbey, too many people sitting up here can snipe down at you, so I move over here to the balcony in the South Hills so I can lend my support to the middle if their tanks try to spot to the south. Then I watch what's going on in the battle and decide where I want to go from there. We have a Leopard and a Skoda T-24 moving up into the Abbey area. And so far, no enemies making a push to the south into the Abbey. So they move in, and there's a Cromwell on the out. He noticed he went the same thing I do. He went to the outside. It lights these people up. If you have snipers up here, they can shoot down into the Abbey and hurt them. We have a decent number of tanks moving over this way. There's already a Panther moving way down south on the west road there. Hellcat picked off the Skoda, and you know the Hellcat was sitting up in here shooting down in there. That's why I don't go there. Here comes a T-29 down the west. We only have two TDs over on River Road. Oh, they're making a push in the west side here. And notice both these people are moving to the south. Okay, you see the situation. Where would you go now? I'm not really needed in the middle. We got 4 tanks sitting here, so if that Cromwell tries to come south, he's going to be well covered. We have 2 TDs over here. I know they're pushing some people down here. I don't know how many yet. I've only seen 1 tank. But we got 3 or 4 tanks over here, and they're pushing down to the south. What I'm going to do is move right over here to this corner, to be right here, and that'll let me just pull forward, take a shot in to this area and pull back and only be exposed for a brief period of time. And now there's AMX 12T over there as well. T-29 just shot, so I should be able to pull forward and get a hit on him. There's a Hellcat there to the right too, with the AMX 12T. They're picking on the T-20. Have to try to help the T-20 out. Get a good hit on the AMX 12T. With our 2 heavies back here, I don't need to worry about them coming down too far, but I still don't want to move down far enough to where they can hit the T-29. I'm going to take out the Panther right now. There comes the 12T. This is easy. He's looking at somebody else, so I'll just pull forward and take him out. And I know the Hellcat's still back there. Oh, there's an AMX CLC. A lot of times he's a one-shot kill, so I'll go after him. Not this time, though. I hit right on the mantlet, not on the main body of his tank. There he goes, just the Hellcat to go. Okay, there goes the Hellcat. KV-85's up there. At the moment, I'm going to pick on the KV-85 if I can get up there to help him. But once the KV-85 is dead, where should I go? I don't know if you noticed, but there's a TD and a heavy right down here. J-Panther's holding them off. KV-85 dies. So at the moment, I'm going to quick run up right to here, spot over into here, and see if I can find the other TD and the Arty, but I have to keep my eye on this situation over here because we're outnumbered over there. So I spot across their spawn area and see a grand total of nothing. Don't want to linger too long because I know we're hurting in the south. The Leopard's moving. Oh, there's the St. Emil right there. I hope he's not looking north. Yeah, he's looking north. Okay, what would you do? Well, I'm banking on the fact that the Leopard's paying attention. This TD is looking north. If the Leopard moves north, he gets easy shots on the St. Emil. At the same time, I don't want to move south and take that guy on because going face to face with a TD isn't really the best thing in the world to do, especially when you're in a light tank. I'm going to sweep across here and see if I can find the artillery real quick. And then my plan is to come down River Road or help out with the TD if I need to. Once the Leopard engages him, I may need to go down and help him. We'll see what happens. And it's perfect. The Leopard's moving north. The Emil's not looking at him because he just killed one of our tanks. Oh, and they take each other out. He rammed them. So the Leopard and the Emil each died with the ram. There is a BDR right in front of me, kind of unexpectedly. Now here's a big decision. What would you do? This is actually the biggest decision in the entire fight. If I go in and engage the BDR, first of all, I know he's going to shoot me a couple times. I'm going to take damage. No way around that. Worse, if the Arty's sitting right up here and I come in and try to circle him, I'm exposing myself to get killed by the Arty. And even worse, we know there was a medium here, a TD here, and a heavy here, all about to gang up on this J-Panther. So if I tie myself up with this heavy, and these three guys take out the TD very quick, and they're smart and move on to cap, my only two other tanks are right here. They're heavies, and they have no way to get back in time. So I'm going to have to come down here and try to reset 1-on-2 or 1-on-3 if I even get there on time. It depends on how quickly I can take out this guy. So what I'm choosing to do is just totally ignore the heavy. And he's going to pop me right here. But I'm going to run to the south, and my plan is to cut up the ramp right here and come in behind these guys and hopefully get there in time to save the J-Panther. Make around this corner. There, he missed the shot. As I come down here, I'm going to turn to the left. There's one spot where you can run up over the hill here, right here where these bushes are. You can come right up over it. And I'm going to come down and come right out behind the two guys to the left because the medium, as you can see, moved north. And there's the Arty. Nice. He's dead. He wasn't up where I thought he was, but it was perfect the way I popped out on him. Now I still have the TD and the heavy down south of me. The medium was up in here, starting to come back down to the south. And we have our two heavies to the north moving in on the BDR, and they should be able to take care of him. no trouble. It's just a matter of whether I can help out down here and get rid of these guys. I track the TD, he fixes himself. Hopefully I get a shot off before he gets around the corner. Track him again, I think. He's not moving, he's tracked again. I'm gonna pull up here and get a kill on him. J-Panthers just died, so I'm glad I came this way, because they could have capped and beat us in the cap race. There goes the Odie. Just the BDR is going to die soon, and then the M48. The E8 suddenly thought the better of coming to the south, and now he's going back to the north. So now it's just a race to see who gets the last kill. Hopefully you can see what might have happened had I not decided to come south. If I had engaged that BDR, I would just be getting done with him right now, and who knows what would have happened to the south. All three of them could have capped really fast. Or put me in a situation to where I was trying to fight 3 tanks with my 1, just praying the heavies were smart enough to come south and help me out and hoping I could stay alive. It could have been a bad situation. So for this battle, I end up with 1,812 XP and 1,946 damage, 6 kills, 468 assisted damage in 2 spots, and a top gun. There was 2 big decisions for me. Number 1, when I was watching right here deciding what to do, I saw the Panther and the T-29 coming down here far enough to where I could just sit over here and pop out and shoot at them and pull back in relative safety, because they were paying attention to the heavies that were taking them on head to head. And then a whole bunch of tanks showed up right here, and as they pulled out to shoot, they were giving me shots into their flanks. And I ended up with 3 kills over here in this situation and really helping gain a positive outcome over there. Come up to spot across the balcony, and very strangely there was nobody up here. So I pulled across the top expecting to find the arty up here, and I didn't, but I did find the BDR. And at that point I had to decide, take him on or ignore him. And with the situation the way it was unfolding down here, I knew we needed help in the south, and I was going to be the only one fast enough to get down there in time to do anything. So I chose to totally ignore the BDR, knowing he was going to get a shot on me as I fled the scene. But I needed to get down here and help out. So I came down, cut across right in here, got lucky enough to come out right behind the artillery and got an easy kill. And then the guys down in the south were concentrating on the J-Panther, so it allowed me to just come up and flank behind them and get 3 kills over in that area, and that basically sealed up the fight, because at that point they didn't have a chance. The BDR was almost dead, and the E8 against a light and 2 heavies wasn't going to have any chance in the world of winning. So we end up winning the fight at the end a lot easier than it seemed. It was only a 3 tank margin of victory, but once I went to the south, the outcome wasn't really in question. You have to pay attention to the mini-map, and I say this a lot. It's not enough just to see where the tanks are. It's nice to know where everybody is, but then you have to accurately assess what it means to you. And it's not so much what is going on right now. A lot of times it's more important to understand what's going on 30 seconds, a minute and a half, 2 minutes from now. What's that situation going to be like? And what am I going to have to do to react or be proactive to what is about to happen in the battle? Sometimes there's an emergency going on where you don't have a choice. You got to take care of the situation at hand. A lot of times you have the flexibility and ability to choose where you want to go next, and you have to base that on what's the battlefield going to look like over the next 2 minutes, not what is it right now, because if you're going any distance, what it is right now changes by the time you get there. So you have to accurately predict what's going to happen in the future, and how do I best counter that, or how do I best move and position myself to take advantage of it and be proactive and dictate the fight on my terms. From Abby, Standard South, getting a top gun and helping save the fight. Happy hunting.